Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Brock Lesnar to reunite with Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns seeking help. 3 ways the Beast incarnate can join the Bloodline saga upon his WWE return. In the ever-unfolding drama of WWE, few storylines have captivated fans as much as the Bloodline saga. Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman by his side, has been the linchpin of WWE's main event scene, reigning as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion for over 1,000 days. Throughout his dominance, the Tribal Chief has outlasted rivals, squashed challengers, and even survived internal conflicts with his own family. However, as the bloodline appears more fractured than ever, a shocking possibility has emerged. The return of Brock Lesnar, perhaps not as an adversary, but as an ally. Could Brock Lesnar, the indomitable Beast incarnate, actually reunite with Paul Heyman and become a part of Roman Reigns' intricate power struggle? The idea sounds far-fetched at first, given the storied rivalry between Reigns and Lesnar. However, in WWE, anything is possible. Here are 3 creative ways Lesnar could join the Bloodline saga upon his return. The Bloodline, once a united family ruled by Roman Reigns with an iron fist, has been showing significant cracks. Jey Uso's defiance and eventual departure from WWE following their epic battles at SummerSlam and other premium live events have left Reigns vulnerable. Jimmy Uso's betrayal and subsequent return added further complications, but it's clear that the family isn't the powerhouse it once was. With Roman's inner circle weakening, Reigns may find himself at a crossroads. The Usos are no longer reliable allies. Solo Sikoa is still a wild card, and Paul Heyman, Reigns' most loyal advisor, could begin to question the Tribal Chief's judgment. Roman is in desperate need of a new force to reassert his dominance, someone who can silence his doubters and fend off any challenges to his throne. Enter Brock Lesnar. What if Reigns and Heyman turn to the one man who is feared above all others, a man who could step into the enforcer role that the Usos once occupied? Lesnar's devastating power and reputation for destruction would instantly restore the Bloodline's aura of invincibility. In this scenario, Reigns would reluctantly ask Heyman to bring Lesnar into the fold, not as a rival, but as his greatest weapon, a last resort to ensure his rule over WWE remains unchallenged. Lesnar, known for his mercenary approach, might agree to such a deal if the price is right. The alliance wouldn't need to be built on respect or admiration. Instead, it would be a partnership born out of necessity. Reigns needs protection, and Lesnar thrives on wreaking havoc for his own benefit. If this were to unfold, Lesnar would provide Roman the muscle he needs to eliminate any threats, whether they come from family, challengers like Cody Rhodes, or anyone daring enough to step into the Tribal Chief's yard. Paul Heyman is a master manipulator and strategist, but even he may find himself caught between 2 of his greatest clients, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Heyman's allegiance to Roman over the past few years has been unwavering, but the relationship between Reigns and Heyman is not without tension. Reigns' mercurial personality and his willingness to berate Heyman on numerous occasions suggest that the Tribal Chief's trust in his wise man is conditional. Meanwhile, Lesnar and Heyman have an unbreakable history. The partnership between Heyman and Lesnar has spanned over 2 decades, with Heyman guiding Lesnar to becoming the youngest WWE champion in history, and later the conqueror of The Undertaker's legendary streak at WrestleMania. Despite their fallout during Lesnar's previous runs, the chemistry between them is undeniable. Imagine a scenario where Roman's growing paranoia leads him to suspect Heyman of betrayal. Reigns could push Heyman too far, questioning his loyalty and berating him in front of the Bloodline. As tensions reach a boiling point, Heyman might finally snap, Feeling unappreciated and disrespected, Heyman could reach out to Lesnar, bringing his old client back into the fold, not as Roman's enforcer, but as his own secret weapon. Lesnar's return would create an immediate power shift. The presence of the Beast incarnate would cast a massive shadow over Roman's reign. Would Heyman attempt to play both sides, guiding both Reigns and Lesnar in an uneasy alliance? Or would he ultimately choose Lesnar, aligning himself with the man he's always believed in? The potential for drama and intrigue would be enormous, with Roman trying to keep his empire intact while constantly wondering if his most trusted advisor has switched sides. Heyman's torn loyalties could be the spark that reignites the classic rivalry between Reigns and Lesnar, but with a fresh twist. Lesnar might not be returning to dethrone Reigns immediately, but the constant threat of his betrayal would keep Roman and the WWE Universe on edge. If Brock Lesnar were to return to WWE as part of the Bloodline saga, one of the most tantalizing matchups would be between him and the up-and-coming powerhouse Solo Sikoa. Solo has been positioned as the enforcer of the Bloodline, the silent but deadly right-hand man of Roman Reigns. His rise in WWE has been meteoric, and he's been protected in terms of booking, rarely suffering losses and often dismantling opponents with ease. But Solo has yet to face a challenge like Brock Lesnar. The dynamic between Solo and Lesnar could lead to one of the most intense rivalries in recent WWE history. Lesnar is the original unstoppable force, a destructive machine who has laid waste to everyone in his path. Solo, meanwhile, is being groomed as WWE's next big monster, a role he has embraced with his cold, emotionless demeanor and brutal in-ring style. A Lesnar versus Solo showdown would be the ultimate test of strength, pitting the veteran Beast incarnate against the rising enforcer of the Bloodline. The storyline could see Roman Reigns manipulate both men, using Solo to keep Lesnar in check, only for Lesnar to turn the tables and prove that even Solo isn't immune to his wrath. Imagine the build-up. Lesnar, fresh off his return, is initially brought in to assist the Bloodline, but Solo, unwilling to bow to anyone but Roman, starts to assert himself. Tensions rise between the two alpha males, with Reigns caught in the middle. The power struggle would culminate in an epic clash, with Lesnar ultimately proving that even the next-generation enforcer isn't ready to topple the original Beast. This would serve two purposes. It would further elevate Solo as a legitimate top-tier star in WWE by giving him a high-profile feud with Lesnar, while also allowing Lesnar to have a massive, meaningful role in the Bloodline saga without necessarily having to challenge Roman for the title. The fallout could lead to Lesnar going rogue, possibly turning on the Bloodline altogether once his business with Solo is finished. Brock Lesnar's return to WWE has the potential to send shockwaves through the entire roster, but his involvement in the Bloodline saga could take the story to unprecedented heights. Whether as Roman's enforcer, a Heyman guy torn between loyalties, or the ultimate opponent for Solo Sikoa, Lesnar's involvement in this complex storyline would add a new layer of unpredictability and excitement. As the Bloodline continues to unravel and Roman Reigns faces more threats than ever before, the reintroduction of Lesnar could serve as the catalyst that changes the landscape of WWE once again. Whether aligned with Reigns or against him, the Beast incarnate's presence would ensure that the saga remains as must-see television for years to come.